I found this creature while it was being eaten by one of our dogs. I had to grab it before it got any worse. It was light green, and when I picked it up, its wings were damaged. Does anyone know what kind of animal this poor guy is? This is a Luna moth, a relatively rare species that lives only for a few days. The moth has lime green wings and a white body, while its caterpillars are also green. The typical wingspan of a Luna moth is about 4.5 inches, though it can exceed 7 inches. The forward edge of the forewing is dark-colored and thick, tapering from the thorax to the wingtip. Its color can range from maroon to brown. My friend spotted this creature outside the window while she was cooking, and it looks super suspicious. Just look at its slinky posture, lanky limbs, and overall vibe. With Ho's big ol' eyeballs seem like they're for spotting things to grab to snatch something. Anyone know what kind of bug this is? This is a robber fly, also known as an assassin fly. They are powerfully built, with 3 simple eyes, ocelli, in a characteristic depression on the tops of their heads, positioned between their 2 large compound eyes. They also have a short, stout proboscis that encloses a sharp, sucking hypopharynx. The name robber flies reflects their expert predatory habits. These flies primarily or exclusively feed on other insects, often waiting in ambush to catch their prey mid-flight. I found 2 bugs stuck together. They're black with red heads, and they flew away still connected. Does anyone know what this could be? This is a love bug, also known as the honeymoon fly or double-headed bug. During and after mating, mature pairs remain connected, even in flight, for several days. They can fly at altitudes of 980 to 1,480 feet and cover distances of several kilometers. Love bug larvae feed on partially decayed vegetation in the landscape, making them beneficial to humans. As adults, they primarily feed on nectar from various plants, particularly sweet clover, goldenrod, and Brazilian pepper. However, love bugs are often considered a nuisance by many motorists due to their swarming behavior during the mating season. My friend found this adorable little bug, and at first glance, she seriously thought it was a mini figure of Toothless. It looked like a tiny dragon. But upon closer inspection, it turns out it's actually a brown beetle with 2 wings. Its body is about 3/4 of an inch long, and its wingspan is about 1.5 inches wide. Does anyone know what kind of bug this is? This is Apatolodes torrefacta, commonly known as the spotted apatalodes. It is a moth found across a range from Maine and southern Ontario to Florida, extending west to Texas and north to Wisconsin. The wingspan of the from 32 to 42 millimeters. Its forewings are gray with brown lines and shading. In certain postures, it holds its wings and tail up in a manner similar to some sphinx moths. I woke up and found these things on some of our sheets and blankets, mostly where our cats lay. They look like yellow seed-like things with no legs and are easily cut. No, they're not sesame seeds. Does anyone know what these could be? These are parts of a tapeworm, a common intestinal parasite in cats. Tapeworms shed segments called proglottids, which resemble grains of rice. These segments can be white or golden in color and may be found in your cat's feces or around their anus. While tapeworms rarely cause serious diseases, symptoms can vary and may include a shaggy coat, unpredictable appetite, and irritability. It's important to take your cat them to the vet for deworming. I found a tough guy at the gas station. He had a tiny mouth, small claws on his feet, and big eyes. He was pretty scrappy. I picked him up and took a closer look, but I still couldn't figure out what species he was. I put him outside and he crawled into a bush. Does anyone know what he is? He is giant water bug, also known as the toe biter, is a notorious aquatic insect. It typically measures around 2 to 2.4 inches in length and is commonly found in ponds, marshes, and along the edges of lakes. This insect has a needle-like rostrum, which it uses to stab its prey. Once it pierces its target, the water bug releases a powerful saliva that paralyzes the prey and starts to liquefy it, allowing the bug to suck it up like a smoothie. These creatures will eat anything they can catch with their strong front legs, including fish, frogs, small snakes, mammals, and sometimes even human toes. So, the nickname toe biter, and they are known for causing intense pain that can last for hours. When my father was mowing the garden, he got stung by this insect. It was black, had 2 wings, and white stripes on its head and tail. Now he's in a lot of pain. Does anyone know what kind of bug this is and if it's dangerous? This is Dolichovispula maculata, commonly known as the bald-faced hornet, is a species with colonies that typically contain between 400 to 700 workers, which is the largest recorded colony size. They build large hanging paper nests that can reach up to 23 inches in length. These hornets are omnivorous and are considered beneficial because they prey on flies, caterpillars, and spiders. However, they are also highly defensive and possess a unique ability to spray venom from their stingers into the eyes of vertebrate intruders. This venom causes immediate eye-watering and temporary blindness. I found this little guy while traveling in the mountains of Ras Al Khaimah, United Arab Emirates. He was smaller than an American penny and was just sitting on the side of a rock. He was super cool. After we set him down, he tucked his pincer in and pretty much disappeared against the ground. Does anyone know what he's called? He is a Ascalaphidae, commonly known as owl flies, consist of around 450 extant species. Most owl flies are about 1.5 inches long, not including their antennae. They are fast-flying crepuscular or diurnal predators of other flying insects. They are characterized by their large, bulging eyes and distinctive, knobbed antennae. The larvae of owl flies are ambush predators and, in some cases, camouflage themselves by covering their backs with sand and debris.